Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Sorry I haven't uploaded in a while. I'm gonna try and make as many videos as possible in the near future, but it might be tough because of reasons that you don't need to know. Anyway, I'm back playing Dream League on a new account. This is different from my old account because my old account got deleted and I wasn't able to recover it. So that sucks, but I've been able to build a new team, a new structure, and I'm not here to just play a game now. I'm just here to tell you actually how you can do this. It's quite easy. It'll take you a while, but it's important. So the first thing I want to show you was my record. Well, first you can see there. Obviously, my name is Alex. My team is called KFC Castle Stadium. Just a joke there. I've won 61 trophies. That includes live trophies and live tournaments like this one, which as you can see here, the February Cup, I am the champion. I'm one of the few champions in the world. Now basically, as you can see, my Dream League live format has been great. We're going to pick that up, and I'm going to show you guys how. So the first thing you want to do is that when you get to the captain screen, so when you boot up the game, if you want to play the game, it's actually quite fun. I recommend it a lot. You can also, as you can see, play with friends. So, and it's not that hard. It's not that big of a grind as much as you might think it is. It's actually quite easy. So the first thing you want to do is that when you have a striker, you want to pick. When you have captains, you want to pick a striker. You don't want to pick a goalkeeper. You want to pick a defender. You want to pick a fast-paced striker. I recommend Liao, Rashford, or the person I got, Darwin Núñez. Now, if you don't believe me that these few people that I just mentioned can do the best for you or do the same tournament, I'd like to show you my records. So, if you look at my records, it is 466 games played, 460 wins, 3 draws, 3 losses. Those I'm not proud of. We have a 98 in career. In career, we have a 98% win percentage, and we have only conceded 141 goals. We have 351 clean sheets. Keep that in mind. We have 351 clean sheets in 460 games, 466 games, we've had 2,154 goals scored. But that's even crazy in the live category. But keep in mind, all the live category is playing against real players. So play against people that have the same mindset as me, with lag, with technical difficulties, sometimes even get kicked off the game. I have only 6 losses, one draw, and 62 wins out of 69 matches, with an 89 win percentage. If that doesn't tell you or what I'm saying is credible, I don't know what will. Anyway, I've only played 2 exhibition matches, so here's how this is gonna go. There's a new thing called scenario, right? What you want to do is that every single time you play, you want to score as many goals as possible because the goals actually amount to more plays. They don't include mid stadium, so just getting the win isn't enough. You need to do more. You don't matter about conceding, just score as many goals as possible. Simple concept. Next thing you want to do is that you want to play live. Now I know for me, for some reason that might sound traumatizing, but I have 483 diamonds. You do not make that by just playing career. You come here and you play live. How do you get good at live? Well, it's simple. You don't go to the training situation, you just do simple physics. You do tiki-taka passing. People like to use pace down the wings, and that's how most goals are scored, and you use pace in the middle. What I say is this. When you're playing the game, number one, if you get a ball in the midfield, no matter if there's a good pass there or not, you refer it back to Alisson, back to your keeper. Now what you want to do with the keeper, you want to pick a side. You want to pick left or right. I recommend more a left side to a right. I recommend a left approach, more specifically for me because of my team, which I'll show you my team in the middle, in a little bit. So you want to do is that what you want to do is that you want to play a formation that has 2 strikers and 2 wide players. I recommend the 4-4-2, the basic formation you've been given. What you want to do is create diamonds along the field. Now, if you know the basic 4-3-3 or the 4-4-2 itself formation, you look at it. On the wide areas, and particularly when it comes to middle, there seems to always be 2 players on the wide, guaranteed. You create almost two diamonds where the midfield links them both together. Or you use, for example, your centre back to your left back to midfielder, or your centre back to midfield to your left back. And then from your left back or centre mid, you go from centre mid left wing striker, or you go centre mid striker left wing, or you go left back striker left wing, or you go left wing left back left wing striker. Anyway, whatever combo you choose, if you play the passes correctly and the correct power, you should open up a space behind the right back, and in worst case scenario, you'll be taking on the centre back, which is what you want as a left winger. Now, you do that across the entire field, and particularly through the midfield. Do not particularly try to go through the midfield. It is very cramped and you will get pressed. Try to go through the wide and use the midfield to more or less connect the passes together. Now, here's my team. Now, this, for people that are wondering, because you probably can see it from the team category, this did take quite a bit of time. I did not do this in my I did this in only my free time, nowhere else. Maybe a couple of late nights, but other than that, it's been just a nice grind. And it's mainly because of the way I play. Like I said, you get quite a lot of gold when you play with the way I play. And more specific, so here's a team. And more specifically, you also want to put the information to attacking so you can have a press. So here's a team. I already showed you Darwin Núñez. You probably paused it back then and saw it, but in case people who didn't pause it, the team looks like this. In goal, Thibaut Courtois. He's the best keeper because he's the tallest keeper, and it's not really about the stats because you can have coaches that can increase players to the maximum stats. So it really, really doesn't matter about the rating of your keeper. It's about what the base stats can change, which is the height. He's 200 centimeters, by the way. That's what you're wondering. Next up, we have a combination of the captain, Virgil van Dijk, and KMJ. These two are just incredibly solid, strong, tackling ability, just incredible. Hakimi and Hernandez, they are specifically there for the strategy I employ. No other reason. But that they're extremely solid. They are just the two best left backs in the world right now. Centre backs, full backs in the world right now. In midfield, we've got Jude Bellingham and De Bruyne, the two best midfielders in the world right now. What more do you want me to say? Salah, right wing, my opinion, he's better than the person on the bench, Messi. But that's only because his pace is better, and that's very important in the game, even though using Messi is the best experience you'll ever see in your entire life, I promise you. Left wing, Vinicius Jr., best left wing in the world right now. Just, excellent. Next, I said Haaland. Interesting. Mbappe and Darwin Núñez. Oops. I was not supposed to do that. Anyway, I have Darwin Núñez. He was the first player I ever picked. He was the most insane player I've ever had. If I come and check my records, if you go player, you see Darwin Núñez hold almost all of the records on the year. Almost all, except for the biggest signing and the longest range goal, which is 65 yards. Yes, before you ask, it was further than Beckham's goal. Now, let me just say that even though Darwin has done incredible things for me, this is not actually the completed squad. The completed squad has Haaland. However, I kid you not, I have been the most unluckiest person with Haaland this entire time. It's been really making me mad. But I now realize that it's okay, and Darwin Núñez himself is just incredible. So, you also see there's the best team 11 there. You want to fatigue your players to your best play style. So that if you want to play more direct, that's fine. All you have to do is to make sure you have midfielders who have good control and can find decent passes, and you have strikers that want to get forward. I recommend like a 4-3-3 if you want to play more direct. But for the wide and more of a crossword and inward play, I recommend this formation with the wide players so that you can actually come through and cut in back with and create triangles along the field. Now, is my advice 100% credible? No. I mean, I'm not the top player in the world, but I do know this. I have beaten a lot of great teams while using these teams. Just so you know, you start off with players in the transfer market. Oh yeah, this is the transfer market. What you want to do here, actually, is that you see a player you like. Why I say you want to play live. You actually lock a player now. So the player will be locked in the transfer market for 24 hours. Now, in those 24 hours is the time you want to grind as much as you can, unless you figure out you don't want to play. The transfer market resets every single game week or match you play, except with a scenario or it's an exhibition match. Now, exhibition match is a way for you generate coins offline. Sorry about the yawning, I was a bit late. It's a way of generating coins online. However, it's not the only way, as scenario will be the way you generate coins offline if you choose to go that way. However, you cannot play during offline, career or live. Live is pretty simple. Career, I actually don't understand career because it's against a computer, but we won't ask many more questions. Anyways, next things you want to do after you've done that is that you want to, because the reason why I believe, here's the thing, I know what I'm saying is more of this waffle, but I'm telling you most of the stuff I'm saying actually works. One of the things you want to try and make sure you do is that you upgrade your stadium gradually. Now, don't listen to whatever the auto build tells you to do. I'm telling you that's not gonna work. My stadium looks like this not because of the auto build, but because I chose to make the stadium look like this, and I chose to do certain things to make sure the stadium did actually look like this. That's what I did, and it looks great, and it has 70 capacity, enough for the elite division. You want to upgrade your stadium gradually. Also, you want to play online so you can get ads. Now, I know this won't suck for some people, but unfortunately, the ads is the way to make the big money. If you're able to do well in school, like 5-6 goals a match, which you should be able to with the strategy I employ, you should, in theory, get 100 coins each match, which is better than getting something would be an average of 36 to 40. Now, this is not really important. Now, if you, of course, you have more of a difference in formation, you can go, of course, go to training and unlock it. But I highly recommend you put most of your stuff into medical and commercial, because that's actually what makes you more money, and medical so you don't get your players injured as much. As you can see, based on the stats, I played almost 400 games. I played almost 520 games, and if I go to appearances, Darwin has missed like a gradual 15 of them because of injuries. So, and I consider the fact most of the time I would heal him anyways. So for us actually to go up based off Darwin's actual injury rate and how long you had injured without me doing anything, he would be out for like 20-30 games. Minimum. That's why I recommend the Miracle. If you want to increase your squad size and not lose players that you find close to you, you can go a combination, but I don't recommend that at all. In my last time, I did it and it did not go well. Anyway, if you want to develop some of your skills, I recommend you go to training and just make sure you get the power, and you make sure you pick and stick with free kick takers. You want to change mid-match, I promise you. Now, this video is more or less not a video of me showing you, but more or less telling you what to do, even though I could show you what I mean, which I think I will. Well, versing West Ham, this is one of the rules I do. De Bruyne on everything except for penalties and captaincy. Here we go. King FC is loading, and we are in West Ham. Now I'm playing with no sound because last time I got hit with I think a copyright thing, so we are not gonna do that. As you see, the first thing I'm doing is I'm spraying the ball. You want to create little triangles. You want to create little triangles across the field to try and link up the play and move the play up. And you want to watch who you press and watch what exactly you do. So here we're going to move the ball along. As now I don't recommend you play scummy like I just did, but if you want to score lots of goals, you're gonna have to. Ooh. Okay, we're going wide. Individual brilliance, I encourage it if you can do it. But oh no, Hakim is injured. No, that's actually really really bad. That's actually really bad. Jesus, that's bad. Okay. Well, I have Edmund Tall on the bench who can play right back. Now for free kicks like this, I actually don't recommend you shoot. I recommend you switch the camera angle and you look for a pass. Oh my goodness, he shot anyway. And it almost went in. That's actually crazy. But you need to be quick with it. Watch exactly where you aim and make sure you get at least what looks like 4 bars of power. Oh yeah, you want to work on your aim too. There's no aim assist in this game. Everything is completely manual. So you need to be able to score real goals with almost real players. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is not a good example of how you should be playing, but I think the basic idea has been initiated. Now we need to win the game. Now, usually I would play the game with music to concentrate. Now, whatever you do to concentrate, I recommend you do it because sometimes this game can get hard, especially when you're playing at the beginning Global Challenge Cup games. Because the Global Challenge Cup, you will verse teams like Manchester City, PSG, and it's not like other like games where you would get like knockoff versions of these teams. No, you got the full variations with almost the identical in-game equivalent stats. Now, none of the players here actually are referenced exactly to their FIFA counterparts. They're just given basic ratings based off those counterparts. For example, Mbappe and Haaland are the best players in the game, along with De Bruyne, and Messi up there, one of the best players in the game. But I just don't recommend you try to buy players based off their dream, of their FIFA value or FIFA team because none of it translates. The only thing that translates is the basic rating, so like the scale of rating. What I mean is that like Mbappe will be the best player because he's the best player in FIFA. That's just how it is. Now, what I recommend you do with finishing is this. You do that. And I say that because even though it's a temporary goal, you don't really remember them because maybe because you don't choose to, but maybe because you only remember realistically winning. I encourage you to not be selfish with certain players that you might like. For example, I know a Chelsea fan I shall not name that every single time he gets a chance when he plays FIFA to use Nicholas Jackson, he always does it because he's a big fan. And I got nothing against people being fans of players, but just don't let it get in. Don't let it cloud your judgment. Don't choose. For example, in that goal, I really wanted to score with what's it called Salah because he's been having a dry spout in my team for a while, and I thought the confidence boost would be good. Oh, no, there is no confidence boost, but just for me, it would make me feel better scoring with him. But instead, I chose to kick it with Mbappe. Is that pen? Wow. Now, I must say, penalties in this game have been increased, and oh my god. This is why I say upgrade the medical. You get a lot of injuries in this fucking game. Oops. Gonna have to bleep that out. You get a lot of injuries in this game. So it's important for you to make sure you have the injuries. Now, penalties are mind games. So people that say penalties are easy, yeah, they don't know what they're talking about. But yeah, we scored with Salah. He's coming off because he's injured. That's non-negotiable, and I didn't get him off. That's really bad, because an injured player being on the field is just cannot use him. We need to just go and score with the triangle, as you can see. The triangles. The triangles. Now, I don't actually encourage this, but if you're feeling wild, I suggest you take a couple of long shots. But I don't think you. I don't think that really matters, so to speak. If you're gonna take long shots, I recommend you do them with clear and concise meaning. Oh yeah, make sure you mark the don't. Now I haven't been able to come off and make substitute 63rd minute because I forgot to, and that should be a red card. Yeah. Oh yeah. Only going to. Oh my god. Are you seeing this? Are you thinking you're actually making you're actually having a laugh? Three of my players in a single game have been injured. Keep in mind, De Jong before the match started was injured. Man, this game makes me laugh. That's why I say, like, downgrade the medical facilities. Like, upgrade them. You're gonna get a lot of injuries in this game, and you're not always gonna be able to pay the price for them. So, yeah, that's what I mean, and sucks, but it is true. Oh my god, is there another one? Don't tell me he's injured. If he tells me he's injured, I'm actually gonna have him out. I'm actually gonna, yo, my Jesus, yes, yo. I said, hey Chelsea man, Dominic Szoboszlai. Oh, whatever's best for the team. Remember, 4-0. What a game! With 3 injuries in a single game, 4-0 seems like a justified score and 2 red cards. Yeah, you want to work on your finishing a lot in the training session. That's all I have to say. And don't always, when you're using Messi, if you do get Messi, I recommend you don't use him as if you're using a player. Use him as if he's playing Cam, because his passing is ridiculous. Anyway, that's a win for my team, King FC. Conveniently, we are named KFC. No, we have not partnered with KFC, unfortunately. That would be funny though. But that's the basic idea behind it. Yeah, I think that was a sufficient performance. You want to use it when you can. Like now, you want to use it. Now this game was all the older variations. I think a lot of you remember playing the old Dream League. There are some parts I agree with, some parts I don't agree with. One of the parts being is that you can't pick who to level up. I agree that kind of sucks, but it also makes the game kind of balanced because it forces you to play with other cards that are may not be as good as your main card, but because you've leveled them up, it does kind of force you to use them. Some parts I do, some parts I agree are smart, some parts I agree are dumb. I agree to disagree most of the time. Now, as you can see, trust organizers decreased. Now, I recommend if you back in the beginning of the game, you use the secret player a lot. Like you actually use it, like you actually get it when you get a chance. You can't lock the secret player, obviously, but I recommend you buy it every single time you get it. But once you get up to the higher divisions, you start earning 100 each match. I recommend you never buy the secret player because you need to scale your money. For example, as you can see, Antoine Griezmann is 2,460. That's the average price for most 84 rated. As you can see, Rabiot is only 850. So that secret player is almost certainly a bad player. Worse than Rabiot because some cards are based off the initial pricing and what they actually can achieve. But that's what I mean. Now, I think that might conclude our video. And as you can see here, 4 players are damn out. Oh my goodness. Ugh. At least they're only out for 8 games. Oh yes. The Miracle Facility does make it cheaper for you to buy physios and what else is up? And it's supposed to reduce player injuries. However, I might have to go to my medical facilities and actually fire all of them. 4 of my players are in the mid bay, and it's my 4 critical players. Now, seeing how we manage in the future might be an interesting task for you, but this is where the video concludes. If you do want to play this game, it is called Dream League. You probably know this. It's available on Android and iOS. I'm not sure PS. It's not as good as FIFA, I can say, but it is free. It's a tycoon, almost like game. I recommend it a lot, but just for people wondering, a couple of things with the Dream League Live is that what you want to do with the Dream League Live, more specifically, is that you want to wait until people actually press you, and then you make your pass off minute. Them pressing you will open up gaps and spaces and force certain players out where you can use, for example, Vinicius pace or Salah's pace, or more specifically, your player that you choose pace at the beginning of the game to win matches. I'm not joking. At the beginning of the game when I logged in, I beat somebody with a fully gold team, not myself. It was an absolute massacre. But yeah, I think that concludes the video. If you do like this kind of content and want to see more of it, hit the subscribe button and like button more specifically. Leave any comments of where I should do and shouldn't do. For the people that are going to see this, this was a trial run, and more specifically, I will be trying to upgrade and make newer, fresher, different kind of games. This is the first game of the week, Dream League. Very fun, very enjoyable.